Hello, fire signs. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is the reading for you. And I'm sitting at my desk here and I have a really weird feeling. It's like you're annoyed, you've been trying hard, and nothing's getting through. And you're so frustrated, so frustrated. And this could be something from work, family, friends. Um, it could be your HOA, and you're just so frustrated with how it's being run. Um, let's let's start with the cards. So the Emperor, you you feel authority. You feel that you are more qualified than the people you're working with, and you probably are more qualified. However, no one's taking any notice. And for so long, you've been making suggestions or asking for modifications or changes, and you're getting nowhere. And you've got the big picture, but they haven't. And you're trying to explain to them what's going on. And they're just looking at stage one. And you're like, what about 2, 5, and 7? there's more to come. You have to account for that in your first decision. And so you are just so frustrated. And you really feel that you should be in charge, or you should be part of this project, or that you know more about this than most people, or you're more well-rounded than most people. But for a while, I'm afraid you fire signs are you're gonna suffer. But not for long. Not for long. The Someone realizes that you are playing the chess game and that you are making allowances or understanding what happens next and what the pitfalls are and what the good things could be or the bad things could be. Someone realizes it. Someone realizes that you know what you're talking about. I think they knew you knew what you were talking about, but this seems to be, they've realized that what you're actually saying is is actually the truth, and it's guarding future for future things. You're not just gonna, I'm gonna build a house, let's buy some wood. You're like, we're gonna need a lot more than wood. So it takes a while, but Six of Wands says, yeah, you're going to get victory. Eventually, you are going to be able to persuade them, and it's going to be, public recognition or personal victory that that that's how it should be. And actually, this recognition could be could come with an apology. If it's work, maybe it could come with a different position. Right? Okay, you're in charge of this. You've proved to yourself that you've got a really good grasp of what's going on, and you will help us in the future as well as we do whatever we're doing. Um, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep letting people know, what your concerns are, how you can help, and it will come to you. The next card is Death, and this is a change. This is transformation. This is it's a big change. It's a big move on. Um, it's it's a birth. It's like you emerge as someone else. You just had to persuade these people to realize that you knew what you were doing. So this signifies your old self is gone. You are someone new. You are maybe in charge of this, whatever it is, project, this thing you're doing, or you get the bonus, or you get the authority you need. That's the different version. You become believable. That's the change. So it's like it's a status shift. Um, you get respect now. You don't have to sit there, try and be quiet, or try and persuade people who don't know what they're talking about. Do. So it's it's an ending to the chasing, to the persuading, to trying to get through. And again, this could be work, could be with friends. I like the HOA thing. That's a big possibility in some cases. Anyway, let's look at these. I've got some new numerology cards. So the first one is new beginnings. I feel that's sorry for that squeak. I feel that's leadership. I'm gonna tell whoever made up the numerology stuff that is leadership, actually. New beginnings. Yeah, as a leader. And then the second one is manifestation. But I'm going to give that power and authority. That is, you've manifested into something more powerful. You have the authority now. Okay, let's look at these oracle cards. So it starts with a brick wall, which I think you probably felt you were talking to a brick wall. And then key player, people began to realize that you kind of knew what you were talking about, and you weren't just trying to get your own way. You were actually saying what you were saying because that was the best for the project, the person, the situation, whatever. And then liftoff, fast action, progression, forward, over. That's it. I mean, these are more, I guess, middle of the road kind of things, but they apply to what's going on in your world very well. So, whatever stage you're at, just know, persevere. If you have the right answers, you know that you can help. You know that you have more knowledge about what they're doing. Just keep going. Just keep pushing through. Eventually, someone in authority or the collective will realize you know what you're talking about. And then you will be rewarded for that. You will be rewarded for that. And it's going to improve in the long run. It will improve your life because you've raised your level of authority, of knowledge, knowing to more people. So it's not a bad place to be. Not a bad place to be. Okay then, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I hope this happens soon. I hope it's not too painful, but the reward is definitely worth the wait. Bye.